Hi everyone and welcome to the BFL Football Show for another week, proudly supported by McDonald's Ballarat and Ballarat Toyota. And Nutty, you've joined us once again, mate, as a special guest. Seems to be a regular guest now.
Regular guest, mate. I think I'm as much a part of the show as what you are, Brad. So
doing a good job, mate.
Push on and get straight into the games.
Big weekend of footy last weekend. Darley played Bacchus Marsh, a local derby down there. Bacchus Marsh got defeated. Bacchus Marsh 8-4, 52 were defeated by Darley 13-17, 95. Lake Wendouree had a really good win at the Eastern Oval in good conditions. 13-16, 94 defeated Melton, 8-14, 62. East Point in a really high-scoring game. 25-9, 159 defeated Sebastopol 13-9, 87. And Sunbury 17-23, 125 defeated Melton South 14-8, 92. Darley obviously last year couldn't get past their arch rival in Bacchus Marsh at all, but they can for them quite easy in the weekend with a really good win.
Yeah, look, last 2011 season's a really distant memory
it
for
is.
Darley Footy Club, isn't it? It's a completely different side. They're playing much better football, and they are shaping as a genuine chance this year. This weekend's game, we'll talk about that a little bit later on against North Ballarat City, is going to be a cracker. But they played some great footy on the weekend. They've just got a lot of guys that are bobbing up and kicking goals for them. Jacob Z, Stratton kicked 3 on the weekend for them. Brendan Porter's had a fantastic season since he's moved up forward. It's probably Marty Pass moving, going overseas to the Olympics and being unavailable. It's probably been the best thing for Brendan Porter in his season. So these guys are having a great influence on the game. Jake Edwards has just been fantastic for him too, and they've got some very dangerous players.
For sure, and Lake Wendouree had a really good win in the weekend. I think we'll talk about them moving the game from Wendouree Reserve to the Eastern Oval. I think with them moving the game actually suits their style of footy on a dry track, on a fast track, the Eastern Oval. They've got a very young side, inexperienced side, and a side that probably doesn't play wet conditions all that well.
Very rare that you would say that a side plays better football in a different venue.
But I think the start of the Wendouree Reserve is not conducive to the way Lake Wendouree play.
They don't have the bigger bodies, do
Correct.
they, to actually get in and under and get the ball out.
Exactly.
Is that a mistake? Gavin Webb went forward on the weekend?
No, Gavin Webb went forward and kicked 5 goals. I think 5-5. I think he might have get the first 3 goals of the game.
He might be getting ahead of himself, possibly. And
no, well, they haven't had a target down there all year.
Yeah.
And he's thrown himself
Smart
forward
move.
and it's been a good move for them. So there's some sort of focal point down there as well. So
gives something to kick to,
which is good.
Great.
So well done to Webby on the win on the weekend. And East Point had another really high scoring win against Sebastopol. 12 goals and 6 in the first quarter, 18 goals in the first quarter to be kicked. And it's a really interesting first quarter. I think Sebastopol might have kicked the first 3 goals of the game.
Yeah, and Malcolm Niblett I think went off very early in the piece. With an injury, so he might not be available this week against Ballarat, which is a huge loss for Sebastopol. But look, that just let DJ off the leash, and he's kicked 9 again this weekend. So 12-goal first quarter, that's just massive, and they possibly could have gone on with it a little bit more, but still 25-9 is just a massive score, and they're playing some really good football at East Point.
And Sebastopol, they're pink jumpers. I think they might have raised a fair bit of money after the game, which is good to see. So
fantastic.
Well done to Sebastopol Club for that initiative. And Sunbury proved too strong for Melton South, despite 10 goals from Matty Sutton. Which
was a great effort.
Yeah, really good performance.
I don't think we can just gloss over that as an effort. This guy is in his mid-30s and he's still playing super football. He is a whisker away from winning his second consecutive Tony Lockett medal. Only Dan Jordan is obviously keeping him out of that at the moment. Just a massive effort by Suts, and a fantastic season that he's having this year. Sunbury lost a couple of players. I think Brett Chambers and Scott Lobb went down early in a collision that put them both out of action for the rest of the day. So they were down to very few defenders for the rest of the afternoon. But to play a player like Alan O'Connor, who's he's had a couple of bags kicked on him this year, which might be concerning for Sunbury. But still a fantastic effort by Matty Sutton to kick 10 goals and 5 in the last quarter, I think it was.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Nunny, the grounds for the final series been announced this week. The Eastern Oval and Daly Park are their preferred venues for the first week and also for the remainder of the final series. And obviously with the way those venues are secured in terms of fencing and also the bar, it sort of ticks all boxes. Yeah,
that's right. I mean, we had a board meeting on Monday night and we had a discussion about the finals venues, and every year clubs, and it's always up in the air, clubs are always pushing their venues as a preferred venue. And we used to have, obviously, the home finals scenario that we used to have in place, but that went out the window with the condition that a number of our surfaces continue to be in at this time of the year. You just can't. It ended up being that we were using the Eastern Oval and Daly Park anyway, so these two grounds, they tick all the boxes in terms of providing a secure gate, They, the surface is good. The change rooms are good. There's good spectator viewing areas as well. So in that sense, these two venues tick all the boxes, and we'll be using them as our preferred venues for the entire final series.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, look, we do have obviously safeguards in place in other venues that we can pull on if we need to, if the surfaces do deteriorate.
Yep, no, exactly right. Now, the under 16.5 junior competition, we'll quickly touch on that briefly. We should mention that we've recorded a BFL junior football show as well, which will be loaded to the BFL website as well. So hopefully everyone can get on there and watch the BFL junior footy show. But just touching on it very briefly, the under 16 seniors is getting pretty interesting.
It is. North Ballarat are sitting on top of the ladder undefeated at the moment, and throughout the course of the year, East Ballarat are probably firmed as their nearest rival. But look out for Bacchus Marsh Footy Club. They've got a few key players back into their side, and they're playing some magnificent football at the moment. They sneak into third. Everyone knows how good of a run you get when you finish third.
Exactly.
And they could be a dangerous side. And then you've got Lakeland, Reed, Ballarat and Darley obviously rounding out the six, and it's pretty good sides there too.
For sure. Now some big games coming up this weekend in the senior competition, Nutty. Ballarat play Sebastopol. Probably a one-sided game, I would have thought. But Sebastian need to win this game after coming off the bye. They need to win this game quite well, I would have thought.
Geez, danger game for Ballarat because they've lost 5 out of the last 6 as well. Their form has been very questionable, especially against East Point before the bye. They were woeful. And if they are off their game this weekend, then who knows what might happen. Sebastopol, don't take them lightly because it could end in disaster. Yep,
and Bacchus Marsh play East Point. East Point's form has been really good. Continue to play good form. I think it makes a big difference when you've got Dan Jordan fit. And obviously he's coaching pretty well as well. And you've got some support around him. So I think they'll be too strong for Bacchus Marsh.
I agree. I think their form warrants them to be favourites in this game.
And Melton played Melton South, local derby, a chance for these two sides to record a victory against their arch rival.
Yeah, it makes no difference where these two sides live, as we say every time they come up against each other. It makes no difference where they're sitting on the ladder. They always have a close game. So this will be great. I'm not sure if Melton's got anyone that can hold Matty Sutton to only a couple of kicks for the day. But look, I think South should get the job done there.
And these next two games we're going to talk about, I think we haven't seen two bigger games so far this season, I don't think. North City are playing Darley. This is a huge game for both sides. If they both want to finish third, they need to win this game, either team. And Sunbury and Redan, if Sunbury want to finish top 2, they need to win this game as well. And I think a really big game for Sunbury because they've been able to win some games the last couple of weeks against some lowly ranked sides, but they haven't proven as of yet if they can beat a real top contender. Here's their chance to beat Redan.
That's right.
We know that these two clubs have great rivalry, and down there I think somebody can get the job done. But and it wouldn't make a big difference if Redan lost a game. Obviously they wouldn't want to lose one, but I don't think it'd hurt if they lost one at all.
No, it wouldn't. Look, back to the North City Darley game. This I think will tell us, if there is a gap between third and fourth. Previous form probably suggests that there is because North Ballarat City had no trouble in dispatching Darley a couple of months ago, but that was before they went on this amazing run of 7 straight wins, and have knocked off some pretty good sides in the meantime as well. So this will be a cracking game, obviously at Eureka Stadium on Saturday afternoon at 2:15 p.m. If anyone's around in Ballarat, then by all means get along to Eureka Stadium and have a look at this game. It's going to be an absolute ripper. Sunbury Redan. You say that Redan wouldn't be too concerned about losing a game, but I think at this stage of the season, if they were to lose this to Sunbury, it would sow a few seeds of doubt in their mind because at the moment they've sort of been invincible and they've answered every single challenge that's been thrown at them. They wouldn't want to go down to Sunbury and lose this game because that would give Sunbury the mental edge coming into the finals, and I'm sure they wouldn't be interested in that at all.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, obviously Redan certainly want to win the game. You never go. It doesn't matter where you are on the ladder and how many games ahead you are in first position. You never want to lose a game, but I think this game is irrelevant for Redan. I think they just need to. They've got a few key players out of the side. A few key players that didn't play last week.
True.
And I don't know whether they'll bring those players back in. This is not a must-win game for them.
No, so, they rested a number of players
against
Sebastopol. Yeah, there's no secret there, but and that was a good opportunity for them to give those guys a 2-week break.
Do you want to play all your cards against a possible grand finalists come September? Like, would you want to risk?
We're 3 weeks out from finals, though, and they need momentum's a big thing, especially at this stage of the season. So they want to keep up that momentum and carry that on. So a danger game for them. And look, Sunbury are starting to build, and they'll be giving themselves every opportunity to beat Redan.
Would you rather finish third than second?
I think second. You want to finish second because you get that second chance in that first week of the finals.
Yep.
So win, lose, or obviously you can't draw. But
the way it's panning out though, Ballarat will finish 6th, you'd think. And look, third will beat 6th. Ballarat, the way their form's going at the moment, third will beat 6th. So all of a sudden You go to a second semi the week after with a double chance that way.
Still no easy games this year in the final series. So
I'm just putting a few things out there, Danny.
That's right.
Now, a few clubs have had club reunions the last couple of weeks. Sebastopol had a great night on Saturday night, as we touched on before. A really good money raiser for the club and auctioned off all their pink jumpers. And also, Sunbury had a reunion for past players.
This weekend.
This weekend coming up, celebrating past premierships, and also obviously the great rivalry they have with Redan as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge day at Clark Oval this weekend. I think they had planned to have this reunion a couple of weeks ago against Darley, but they decided to postpone it for a couple of weeks. And it's really it's a past players reunion, and it's celebrating all the premierships they've won in their history. So if anyone's been involved in a Sunbury premiership or been involved with the club at all over the past couple of years, then by all means get down to Clark Oval. This will be a great game. You'll have fantastic viewing for the afternoon and a great way to spend the arvo.
Exactly. Now the McDonald's and Martin Goal of the Year nomination. Any good nominations in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, they've started to come through. So we're getting plenty of nominations for Mark and Goal of the Year. Jake Edwards kicked a fantastic goal from inside the centre square on the weekend. So that was a ripper that was nominated. And look, if anyone sees any hangers or fantastic goals that were kicked, and also if you want to have a look at them on the website as well, we've got nominations for the first 8 rounds up as well. So.
And the BFL live scores application remains on the website, Nunny. Just click on the iPhone and download it to your desktop.
Absolutely, yeah, especially as we get close to the finals, mate. Everyone will want to know what's happening.
For sure, mate. Apologies to a couple of key people that watch the show each week. We've recorded one day later this week.
We've been a bit busy this week, so apologies to everyone. We do try and get it up as quickly as we can. But
I know that Gilly likes to jump on there and see what we're going to say about Redan, as always.
He does, doesn't he?
He does. He's a great supporter of the show, and also Rick Allwood as well. So. Nunny, thanks for joining us on the show once again, mate.
No worries, bros. Have a good weekend, and we'll catch up next week.
Yourself, you're not making a comeback this weekend?
No, mate, still injured, so not going to happen.
Thanks so much for joining us on the BFL Footy Show once again. Proudly supported by McDonald's, Ballarat and Ballarat Toyota. For now, goodbye, and please enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.